What is going on, y'all? Welcome to Junior's World of Soul. I am back with a new video. Oh man, I am like so excited to record this video. I wanted to record this video last night actually, but it was St. Patrick's Day, so I went out and had me a couple, and I figured I could do it when I got back, but y'all, I got too much and too drunk to do one. But I'm good today. I'm ready to do this video. As you see, I came in with Uncle Charlie Wilson. I call him Uncle Charlie. Alright lady, let's make a baby. And I did a video on this song maybe about 2 weeks ago on my current R&B Bangers video, and I talked about it, and I said, you know, I haven't done, and it kind of, I'm going too far ahead. It kind of reminded me of my favorite bands after hearing this, because I was like, this sounds like that 70s, late 70s, early 80s, you know, no, actually from the 70s to the 80s kind of bands, and they played their own music, and it gave me that feeling, and I said, you know what, I haven't talked about my favorite bands, so I said, you know what, why not do one, because for me, I know when I heard this off the break, it gave me this vibe, and y'all cannot tell me y'all did not get this vibe from this. Hollywood swingers, hey! So when I first heard that, I was like, yo, it gave me that flavor, and I think I talked about it in the last video. I was like, this gives me that flavor. So I said, you know what, in this video, I want to talk about my top 6 bands of all time. And, you know, it seems like in these days and time, we don't even have bands anymore. It's like, it sucks. Like, we don't even have, you know, these type of bands that make their own music. It seems like everything is done in the studio. Nobody's like using too many live instruments anymore. I think the only one that can come off the top of my head, that the last one to kind of use really instruments and things on the album, is D'Angelo, when he did his last album with the Vanguard, and they used all type of instruments, and that was D'Angelo's favorite anyway. But it's like, that's another thing that I feel like R&B is definitely missing. We're definitely missing that authentic instrumentation. Like, everything is so digital and so, you know, polished that we can't get the raw things from you know, these instruments. Like, they used to sound so good. Like, you know, for instance, The Taste of Honey. You know, she was playing her guitar and she actually messed up on that part, but they kept it in there and it sounded so good. But we don't even have that anymore. But when I heard that Uncle Charlie song, I lost my mind. So, you know, it's sad that we don't have that, but that's what we also miss in the R&B, like I was stating. But anyway, I'm talking to y'all too much. Let's get on back to the band. So I'm going to start with my first one. So I was introduced to this band actually by TLC's 1995 VMA performance, because, you know, I knew their hits, but I really didn't start paying attention to them until this performance, because one thing about my family, we wasn't big bands. Like, bands wasn't a big thing in our house. Like, my uncle did. He liked, you know, the bands and things like that, but it wasn't a big play in my house. Or it might have been, and it didn't just catch my attention. But I remember that classic 1995 performance by TLC. I just remember, yo, what, like, they came out and they like murdered it, and I was like, yo, when they came out to this, I was like, who is this? So you know when I heard it, I was like, yo, that joint sounds dope. So you know my mom, the queen of knowing samples when she hear it. So I was like, yo, that joint sounds banging, Mom. Who is that? And she was like, Junior, that's Kool the Gang. That's Jungle Boogie. And I said, oh, okay, Ma, excuse me. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what it was. But she was like, yeah, that's who that is, Junior. So I was like, okay, cool. So then I was like, okay, cool. And then, you know, I was like, then that's what really made me to go pay attention to Kool the Gang. And then I had to listen to make sure Mom was right. And she was right. And this is the part right here. Jungle Boogie, Jungle Boogie. So now the nerd that I am, and I was a nerd, this was back in 1995, I went and I said, okay, I need to find, you know, who this is and who Kool the Gang is, and as much as I knew the hits, I just was like, I need to get more involved with them. So when I heard it, I was like, okay, cool. So then when I heard this, it kind of really made me say, okay, yeah, Kool the Gang, they are completely it. And I was like, this was definitely the reason when I heard this, and I think you guys all know this classic 90s banger right here that we just... With the dope, it's like a penny with a hole in the yard. Just alright, ain't about Lil' Kim right now, but y'all know that beat. And I said, so when I remember hearing that, I was like, Ma, I know who that is. I was like, that's Kool the Gang, that's Ladies Night. She was like, oh, you're starting to get like me. You're starting to hear the samples and know what it is. So she was like, but you won't be better than me though. That's what she said then. I don't think my mom can say that now. Don't tell her I said that though. But yeah, so when I heard that, I said, okay. So it was on rocking there, and Kool the Gang actually became one of my favorite bands. And actually, you know, with that song, I love listening to that, because what I do is one thing that I like, if you check like my Instagram, what I do, I like to listen to the current version, and then I go back to the classics and I put it all in one video, and it's so dope. And I did that with this song with Kool the Gang. And my feelings right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night. So Kool the Gang, as they said on the Soul Train Awards, that they are the most sampled band of all time. Like, everybody has sampled them. Everybody. We can go through a list from the 80s all the way up to now. Everybody has used a Kool the Gang sample. I don't care if it's an album track. I don't care what. So I figured with them being definitely in my top 6, I wanted to give y'all a little medley on that. So let's groove a little bit. So I'm going to start with this one right here, and let's go. Get down on it, doo doo. Get down on it, Get down on it. And how you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? By standing on the wall and get your back up off the wall. Tell me next. Gotta run for shelter, gotta run for shade. It's too hot, too hot, lady. From the mess that we made long ago. I was trying to do the Tamar and Joe performance. I'm gonna leave that right there. But no. Back to the mix. This one, I don't know if y'all know it, but if you do, rock with your boy. Higher Plane, I love that song, and a lot of people don't even really talk about that song a lot, but that's actually one of my favorite Kool the Gang songs. So anyway, I think everybody kind of know this one. This is one of their biggest hits, so I figured why not throw it on here, and it goes a little something like this. Doom, let's celebrate like we celebrating right now. Come on, man. This music feels so good right now. And we're going to slow it down for the last one. I think, you know, this song, to me, it just, like, takes me somewhere, and it's completely dope. And I just love the instrumentation of it. And that's what I'm saying, how we're missing a lot of just the instruments and music. And it goes like this. And y'all going to know it. I give you a hint. It was definitely in Baby Boy. Think about that. And it goes like this. That sounds so good. And whenever I think about that song, I also think about when Mary did it for the her Love and Life album, and she did "We Got a Message in Our Music." Oh God, it's an interlude. Love and Life album has so many banging interludes on here. Y'all know I'm a big Mary fan, so I'm gonna throw Mary in there some way, somehow, even if it ain't about her, but I still threw it in there anyway. But so yeah, that was Kool in the Gang. But I think we moving in the right direction. We moving in the right direction. So the next one is I want to talk about this group because this group was from Brooklyn. And so I had to be a little biased. Clearly I'm from Brooklyn, so I was a little biased, but this group also had Kashif in it. Now, if it wasn't for Kashif, somebody that we all know, and she passed, I found out what I've been missing. I'm already, you give good love to me, baby. So if it wasn't for Kashif, Whitney wouldn't have had this song, and it wouldn't have started like a legendary career. So this group is a good reason for a lot of artists. So B.T Express, this group meaning Brooklyn Transit Express, I was introduced to them. And this is a funny story. I was introduced to them actually by my mom once again, and she used to always say, you just got to do it till you're satisfied. And I used to say, well, Ma, where the heck did you get this slogan from? Mind you, a little kid, because my mom used to say it a lot. She used to say a lot of slogans from songs, and now the older I got, it's like, dang, Mama, all these slogans is from these songs. But I remember her always saying, do it till you're satisfied, whatever it is. And I was just like, but in life, you know, I realized a lot of what my mom was saying with these slogans really, you know, it helped me in life, because it was like, whatever you do, do it till you're satisfied with it, no matter what you do. So when I heard that song, I said, Ma, where did you get this song from? She was like, oh no, it's a song by B.T Express, Do It Till You're Satisfied. So I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Thinking like, okay, I'm going to hear it sometime soon. They might play it on the weekend while we sitting there having a couple of sips or whatever. Well, not me, because I was young. Not me, you know what I'm saying? But them, you know, my family, and figured I'd hear it. So I'd be like, oh, Ma. So, you know, I think it was that same weekend, if I'm not mistaken. And one day we were riding in the car. I think we were going shopping, you know, on the weekend. And this is the time where we actually listened to Felix Hernandez on the Rhythm Review on WBGO. Now he's still on there. You guys can go online at WBGO. I'm going to put that in the more info box. From 10 to 2 on Saturdays, he plays nothing but soul music. And the Rhythm Review, like, it is amazing, and that's how I really fell in love with it, with a lot of soul. So if Felix Hernandez, if you're watching this video, I am a diehard fan of yours. But anyway, so we were riding one day, and then BGO, when Felix Hernandez was like, oh, I'm about to play B.T Express, and I was like, oh, okay. So mind you, that gave me, I was like, oh, okay, I remember my mom talking about that this week or something, and then he played this. Do it till you're satisfied. Come on and do it. Do it. Do it till you're satisfied, whatever it is. Dun, dun, dun. So when that song was playing, I was like, yo, Ma, that's what you were talking about. She was like, yeah, that's it. So now you know what I'm talking about. So now, every time me and my mom is on the phone, or we're about to get off, or she about to, you know, do something, or I'm about to do something, she was like, well, you better do it till you're satisfied. I'll be like, whatever it is. So that's a funny story on how I was introduced to B.T Express. Now, they didn't stay together too long. They got together in '74, and they, I think, ended in 1987, if I'm not mistaken. But they had, I think everybody kind of remembers them from that one, you know, their breakthrough album, which was Do It Till You're Satisfied. That's what the album was called. And, you know, I love them as a group. I love the instrumentation. I just love it. Like, it's completely dope. And, you know, here's a medley with B.T Express, my number 2 on my list of my top bands of all time. And here is This song here, I love. I just love the breakdown of the song, but it's called Express. You guys, please go listen to this song. It is completely dope, and it goes a little something like this. Woo! Woo! Here comes Express. Express, yeah, woo! I love when that comes on. Like when somebody is playing that, I just get moving. Like it makes me wanna. Like my bro told me today, he was like, "Yo, that song like that makes me wanna go out and skate." Like sometimes I wish I was born in the '70s. Sometimes just because of these songs that came out. Cause '70s is my favorite era actually. If you ever watched any of my videos before this, the '70s are my favorite era because the music was just so authentic. It was just amazing. But anyway, I'm going on a talk as usual. But here's the next song, and it's called "I Like It," and this is off the album "Do It Till You're Satisfied," and I like it. Of course, I like the instrumentation. That's why again they're in my top bands, and it goes like this. Like, these songs just remind you of a train, like you being on the train, and it's just, clearly they named B.T Express, so they're going to make songs that, hey, could be played on the train, or even be riding the elevator. That's like riding the elevator or riding the, what's those things called? I don't even know what they call. Y'all, I'm sipping right now, so I'm not sure what it's called, but yeah, escalators. Yes, you on the escalator and it feel like you're on the train. No? Okay, I tried. But alright, here's the next song from B.T Express off this same album. And this is That's What I Want For You. And I love this song as well. And it goes like this. That's what I want. What I want from you, baby. That's what I want from you, baby. Woo! Oh, God, that makes me feel so good. Like, oh, my God. And this is the last one that I'm going to play. And it's called Give It What You Got. And, you know, I think this was a hit as well. I don't know if you guys don't know it, but this is another one of my favorites from them. And it goes like this. What you got, what you got, what you got, what you got. What you got, what you got, what you got? Woo! Say, give it what you got, what you got, what you got, get on top. Yeah. And you know, other people, actually, some of my favorite artists actually use B.T Express's songs, actually. What is the song called? God, y'all, I draw a blank every time I do the video, but I feel like we at home with each other, so you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how that go. Y'all know how that go. If It Don't Turn You On, yes. If It Don't Turn You On by B.T Express. SWV actually used it, and Pharrell and them used it on my favorite song from SWV, Use Your Heart. And Janet, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis used that same sample for That's the Way Love Goes. So B.T Express maybe not have a long career like a lot of these other groups, but they definitely, people definitely use them. And that's B.T Express, my number 2 on my list as my top 6 bands. Now, I hope y'all feeling me by now. I hope y'all grooving with me. Hope y'all got a drink and y'all grooving with me. But the next one, I could tell you how I was introduced to this group. Because they were played on the radio all the time. It was like when I was a kid and you would listen to Howard Jackson on WBLS. Or if you listen to Felix Hernandez on the Rhythm Review. And they were always playing. I mean, 98.7 KISS that we missed in New York and we needed back. But anyway, yeah, they will play it always. They will always play Earth, Wind & Fire. So, of course, if I had to do a list of my top bands, Earth, Wind & Fire definitely has to be one of them. Definitely one of my Uncle Bernard's favorite bands. So, you know, that, now that, they were definitely played. I definitely knew songs from them because my Uncle Bernard liked them. So, It seemed like, but they always used to play this one on the radio, and I'd be like, oh, it used to get on my nerves, and it used to make me sick, and I'm like, come on, y'all can't play something else, like another song from this. It's always I heard, and it goes like this. I love that part. I love that part. Like, I wish I could play the whole jump for y'all, but I don't want it to get off YouTube, and then y'all can't see it. So I got to give y'all a little bit of that. But, you know, one thing about Earth, Wind & Fire, too, what I will always remember about Earth, Wind & Fire, the beginning of Soul Food. If you guys remember the beginning of Soul Food at the wedding, this is the song that was played in the beginning. It always gives you that good feeling, and everybody just start rocking to it, and it goes like this. So yes, so that was the first song, the first song of the movie. So that was always, I will always, every time I think about Earth, Wind & Fire, I always think of the opening scene of that. And it always used to be like, oh, this Earth, Wind & Fire, September. So that was that. So one thing about Earth, Wind & Fire, they got hits for days, months, shit, years. You can play all day and play all their hits, yo. And, they have classics. They have legendary classics, and it's like people use their samples as well. And for them, definitely they had to be on this list. And for a short medley for them, we gonna start with it. And this is the first song I'm gonna start with, and it goes a little something like this. Hey! Woo! Da 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 da. Woo! Da 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 da. Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! But yeah, I was actually on beat with that. Oh man, that was tight. But anyway, the next song is actually my favorite Earth, Wind & Fire song. Like, when I play this song, like, I go nuts over it. And it is a favorite of mine. I like it. And, like, I'm telling you, it just gets you moving. I'm telling you, like, I'm just going to play it. And it go like this, y'all. Come on, y'all. That don't get y'all hype, y'all. I was on my way home from work to record this video, and I literally was blasting it coming down my street, yo. I love this song. Like, I go somewhere else, and y'all see I was mad hype. Like, I didn't even think about my drink for a second because I was just so in it. Wait a minute, no, I was thinking about my drink. But, yeah, next song, I think everybody kind of knows. You probably knew that one, too, but this one goes a little something like this. I'm gonna get a DJ, y'all, so I can just be like, hit it, and then it go like that. But it's all good. Saturday night, woo! I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. I actually went to the wrong part, but I played it long enough. If you're an Earth, Wind & Fire fan, you should definitely know this song. It's called Saturday Night. Is a banger. Alright, next one. I told y'all, Earth, Wind & Fire got songs for days. We can be here for years, man. Woo! 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 Can't High Love. Woo! Oh, that's a slow banger right there for you. Now, the next song, I love the way Stevie Wonder did it at the Grammys. When him and I don't know what that other group was called. I wish I could name them, but I don't know their names. And I love the way they did this song. Like, and they did it a cappella, and it was amazing. And this song is called That's the Way of the World, and it's definitely the truth, that's for sure. And it goes like this, y'all. And Stevie bodied that. Now, I don't know what Stevie had on. Whoever was Stevie's stylist, they need to go. But they killed it. Whatever him and the group name was, I wish I could name the group, but I can't right now. Alright, the next group, before I go in, R.I.P. to Maurice White. Definitely legendary. He was a genius with this group. Definitely, like, Earth, Wind & Fire is definitely influential to anybody, everybody. Dope, but R.I.P. to Maurice White, definitely to you, and I had to throw Earth, Wind & Fire in my top band. So, next, so, come on, like, y'all feeling that music? Don't it feel good to y'all? Like, that's what we want now, like, the feeling of the music to be back. It don't gotta be about partying all the time, because they had partying joints, but you was still able to, the feeling was there, and it felt so authentic, and now it's just, but anyway. The next band I was introduced to, actually, I was introduced to them by an album that my parents played a lot and all the time, and it became an album that was very influential to me, and that was Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation. And, you know, it definitely told me to want to go to class and want to go to school and things like that. So that song, Rhythm Nation, was like, it spoke to me, and it spoke to me at 4 years old, but I was introduced because of this. So listen to this. Woo! When music by our side to break the color lines. So as a kid, I used to always hear my mom saying, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis used that Sly and the Family Stone sample, right? So, me being like 5, 6, I'm like, well, who the heck are they? Like, I might have knew their song, but I just didn't know who they were. And I was like, who the heck is Sly and the Family Stone? I don't know them. And I just remember my mom always saying, yo, they used that sample right. And I was like, what the heck, who? So finally, when I heard the song, because my mom was like, let me play this for you. And she played it, and I heard this. Come on, Jimmy. Woo! Thank you for letting me be myself again. Yeah. So, you know, I used to say as a kid, like, damn, how the heck my mom be knowing these samples? And it'd be like a little piece, and she knows it. And it's just like anytime, like, when Mary would come out, and it would be, my mom be like, that's a remake. That's a remake. And she knows what the remake is. It used to be crazy. Like, I knew all of my life album remakes because of her. Like, she knew it like that. She was like, oh, this was from Isaac Hayes, and this one was from Curtis Mayfield, and this one was from him. And I used to be like, damn, I want to get like that. I'm getting better, probably better than her now. Don't tell I said that again. But yeah, so you know, with that, I used to also be like, yo, like, how was I introduced to Sly and the Family Stone again? Because it was just like, I listened to it and I was like, okay, it just didn't catch me. So, you know, I was introduced to them again, actually. And the reason why is, if any of you guys know me, actually, Tina Turner is another one of my favorite artists of all time. And I actually like her songs better with Ike. I'm sorry. I'm just truthful like that. I liked her songs better with Ike. And again, if you guys have seen Remember the Titans or things like that, you would know. And this song I was like, my mom would say, oh, yeah, Sly the Family Stone did that first. And I was like, what? Are you serious? And then that made me pay attention. But this is the song that, you know, introduced me to Sly the Family Stone again. Sorry, y'all. My thing want to act stupid right now while I'm recording. This is a mess. Okay, it wants to act stupid, fine. But the song is, I want to take you higher. Baby, let me light your fire. I tried to get the grunt like Tina Turner does, but it ain't happening. But I tried to do it like that. But that was the song, and when my mother was like, oh, no, Sly the Family Stone made it first, I was like, oh, okay. And they definitely did, and it goes like this. So, like, and then I just love Tina and them. Boom, shaka-laka, laka, boom, shaka-laka, boom, 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 doom, doom, doom. Like, I turned in the River Review. They were tight, too, man. They were tight, too. But back to Sly the Family Stone. Now, you know, now when I started paying attention to Sly the Family Stone, I used to be like, yo, how could they make, like, sounds like this? And my mom was like, you know, they was in the studio high off everything. Everything, Sly the Family Stone. And then now watching interviews of, you know, people that was actually around them and in the group and all that, they would say, man, they'll be on acid, they'll be on all this. And they created these banging songs. It was just like, oh my God. It was like, you got to be in another world to make these songs. So, Sly the Family Stone, number 3 on my list. As, was that number 3? No, actually number 4. I'm sorry, I thought the drink would be hitting a little bit harder than that. But hey, whatever. But they're my number 4 pick, and here is a little medley of their music. And it goes, we're going to start with dancing to music. Because, yeah, you just got to dance to the music. Because, shit, I know I am. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Yeah, so I love that song. Like, it seems like it's so fast, but it's like when you see them perform it live, like go on YouTube, you guys, and check them out when they're performing it live. It's just like they're going so fast, you just see Sly like going in on the piano, yo, but it's dope. But next song, Everyday People. I think, you know, every time I think about this song and every time I listen to it, I think about the movie Crooklyn. You know, he played a lot of Sly in that movie. If you guys ever seen Crooklyn, you have to be under a hole if you didn't see Crooklyn. If you didn't, I would recommend it. It's probably on the soundtrack too. But here's Everyday People. And it goes like this. Cha-cha. We got to live together. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. See, I got to keep doing that for y'all because I don't want you two to be stupid. But I'll get to the... And everyday people, yeah. Okay. This is the next one. God, what is going on, y'all? Like, we getting very personal in this video. Y'all hearing me, like, burp and do all this kind of stuff, but we family by now. So y'all should be connecting with me on a level right now. Let me take a sip just for that one. The next one, my mom used to sing this song a lot, and I could understand why. My family, we just love each other, and we're so tight-knit that and music kind of brings us together. So I used to hear my mom used to just say, this. I wish I had it queued up. It would have been dope if I had just had it like, and I used to have my mom say this. Blood thicker than the mud. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. So my mom used to walk around the house and sing that a lot, and finally, when I started knowing the words, I used to be able to sing it with her. And it's just like, we be all off key, but we be all right with it, though. But it's all good. And the last song to end the Sly The Family Stone medley, you know, when I think of this song, again, I think about Crooklyn, but I also think about En Vogue when they did this on the Arsenio Hall show, that we need another show like that. Maybe I could be the host. That's a thought. But yeah, and they did this because they did an interview and they had just performed Don't Go. And they were all sitting down, and Arsenio told them, look, can y'all kind of warm up for me? Because one thing about Arsenio that I did love, he made you sing live. He ain't had no time for that Milli Vanilli foolishness. He was like, y'all gonna sing live. And he had the girls sing live, and they sung this song, and it was just like, I was like, y'all better go off, man. And it's a classic, and them girls did it their way, but every time I think about this song, I think about En Vogue, and I wish they got their stuff together so they can get back together as a group, but that's neither here nor there, and it goes like this. Woo! Hot fun in the summertime. So yes, Sly The Family Stone, number 4. I had to throw them in there. Their music is legendary as well. Oh my God, if you don't know a Sly The Family Stone, there's other songs on here that I didn't even play, like Stan, plenty others, but this was a little medley for them as my 4th choice on my list. So the next band I've known all my life. I've known all my life because they're associated with James Brown. And my family loves James Brown. We love his music. We had him all over the place. If y'all know about anything about James Brown records, his records were a lot thicker than everybody else's, because he was with King, and their records was really, really thick. So we had all the James Brown albums, all that good stuff. And so the group that I'm talking about is the JBs. Now, I love listening to the JBs because it wasn't really all about James. It was all about the instruments, and that's what James was about. More of, you know, the sound. And I just used to love hearing him say, Fred! Fred! Like, I used to just love him yelling Fred. And he was talking about Fred Wesley. Like, I loved him talking about Fred. So, you know, the song I'm going to start with, I think everybody kind of remembers this from Martin. When Martin for Thanksgiving, and Martin's mother came in, and Millie Jackson was on the show, and Gina went off to this. Pass the bees, like you used to say. Hey. Come on, y'all, that sounds so good. Gina was going off. Pass the peas, like we used to say. Hey, pass the peas, like we used to say. So, I love that. Oh, pass the peas, you can play that to me all day long. Like, one thing about the JBs, I just love them because James Brown was more about the sound. Like, he didn't really care about the singing, because if you notice, James Brown didn't have a lot of words in his songs. Think about that, y'all. If y'all listen to James' song, like, he would just holler out things, but you were so into the music, it really didn't matter. Like, if you listen to, like, his slow songs, like, Please, 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 he said that like 80 times in the song. But you were so into the melodies and the instrumentations, you really didn't care about what the heck he was saying. But that's neither here nor there. So look, man, JB's got so many songs, but I'm just going to give y'all a few medley of the JBs, and we're going to go to the second one. The second one I played in my last video, and I goes in on this video, on this song, when everything is on Soul Train. It reminds me of Soul Train, when they rocking on it, and it goes like this. Good time. We're gonna have a funky good time. Woo! And then he yelling, Fred! Yeah! Oh, doing it to the death. Oh, God. And I can listen to the long version and be out, like, for real, especially when I'm getting my sip on, which I'm definitely gonna do after this video. But anyway, The next song, I think everybody, know this. This is one, but everybody thinks it's James Brown, but it actually is more about the JBs on this song. But people say it's James Brown, but it's really the JBs, y'all. And it goes like this. You better go ahead, Bobby. Woo! Soul power. Hey! Soul power. Yeah. Oh, man. Sound good, don't it, y'all? Next one. I think, y'all, I love this because when I think about this song, actually, I think it was the last time my grandfather went to South Carolina before, he passed. And we all drove down in the van. And I remember my grandparents had a tape. Wow, tape, right? A tape, or maybe it might have been a CD, and it had nothing but like the JBs. It was like 3 hours long. And every time it got to this part, I used to shout. I used to tell them, "Can we rewind this song, or can we go back and replay it?" It's like, "Okay, Junior, enough." But I love this song, and it goes like this. Woo! Put your back in it. Woo! Like, that made me feel like putting on a trench coat and walking in trench coat and my little pimp hat and just stroll. Like, it make you want to stroll. You know what I'm saying? But I love that song. Love that song. The next one is actually not a JB song. It was more of a Bobby Bird song, and they let him have it. But, of course, he had the JBs doing it for him. And I think, I just love it when it hits. And I love that Rakim and Eric B used it again, and they bodied that too. And it goes. Woo! Hey! You got soul! Woo! Sound good, didn't it? Oh my God. Like the JBs, they go in. Like they really go in. It was all about the instrumentation. It was nothing. They didn't care about the singing. Now, the last one of this medley of the JBs that I'm going to do is actually, the JBs are behind it again, but actually my girl Lynn Collins, and she killed it. And it goes like this. Well, baby, I got a right to live and a whole lot of love and thunder. Woo! Oh, God, and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis used this one, too, on the Rhythm Nation album, but they used it on All Right. They used that. Let me tell you something. The JBs goes in, so I definitely had to make them a part of my list. My grandfather would have probably looked at me like I was crazy if I didn't put them in this list. So the JBs at number 5. Now, the last group that I'm going to talk about seems like it's the last band that kind of played with instruments, and they were in the 90s. And in my opinion, like I said, they were the last band that used instrumentation, and it all was about the music. You had to sing, but it was also about the music, and it is one of my favorite 90s groups, Mint Condition. Now, I think we were all introduced, I was introduced by them, by, their song, how is Pretty Brown Eyes. Pretty brown eyes. So one thing that I really like is that, they were a band because Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis is clearly one of my favorite producers of all time, and they were part of their label, the label that Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis did have, and they were a part of time. So when they signed them, they knew what a band supposed to sound like because they were in time. So they knew Mint Condition had to be bad for them to actually sign them, and you know what I mean? So they had to be good. So, Mint Condition was influenced by that 80s, the 80s band back then. So, they definitely represented what they took over for what Prince and Time and even, Ready for the World and a lot of these 80 groups that in the 90s kind of started dying out. and it was more about the more singing groups, like I'm saying the In Vogue, the SWV, the Jodeci, the Boys II Men. But Mid Condition, yeah, even though they had Stokely, which is one of the underrated vocalists, I figure, of the 90s, like, they were a band, and they will let you know they were a band. That's one thing I did like about Mid Condition. Like, the beginning of these songs, it will be a hard play, because it will be like, you will hear the drums, you will hear the strings, just to let you know we a band. Y'all about to hear a ballad, but we are a band. So, you know what I'm saying? I figured with them being the last ones on my list, I got to give y'all a good medley from them. And I'm going to start with their first song that actually, like, before Pretty Brown Eyes wasn't a real big hit for them. I don't know why, but like I said, they let you know that they were a band, even though they were dancing and all that in the video. It's called Are You Free? So, come on, y'all can't hear that in the background. They killing it. They're killing it. Carrie, and even because Stokely, what I come to find out, he played drums on Janice. What is it? What I Do, the satisfaction. Like, he was playing the drums on that. He is a dope artist. Period. Here's the next one. Here we go again. Again, they let you know again that they are a band, and it goes like this. Woo! You hear that drum. Now, this song, I love the beginning. I wish I could play the whole thing for you guys. It's actually one of my favorite Mid Condition songs. It's called Forever in Your Eyes. And, oh my God, I wish I could play the beginning and play all to the part, but it's all good. And it goes like this. Forever in your eyes. Woo! Like, you hear that hard, like them cymbals and whoever that drummer is, they going in. They are going in right now. Next song, I think, look, I just got to play it, and y'all going to all know off the break, and it goes like this. Come on, man. Y'all heard the beginning. They was coming at us. Boom, boom, boom. Like, it's no game. Next one is Someone to Love. Another one. Banger. I just love the beginning of their song. They was letting you know we are a band. Pay attention. And, yeah. Whoever that is playing the horn or the flute or saxophone. Ooh, sorry, y'all. I had to call all of them out there. They was, man, let me tell you something. And that's what I love. Like, do you hear that instrumentation, y'all? Like, I keep saying it, but you gotta hear it. Like, I'm done. All right, next one. I love this. Even he was singing, but, yo, you can just hear it, and they go in at this part, and it goes like this. Baby, so fine. What kind of man would I be? Another one that I definitely like from them. You know, I love that song. You Don't Have to Hurt No More. The beginning, when y'all listen to that beginning, it's like, yo, these dudes is nothing to play with. I would love to see them live. I haven't had the chance to see them live. I would love to see them live. Their next album Life Aquarium, my mom actually brought, because I think my mom heard a song that was on the radio. This is back in '99, and my family, we normally go on an annual trip to Pennsylvania Dutch Country, and I just remember my mom going to pick this album up, and y'all, I fell in love with this album, Life Aquarium. Nobody really paid attention to the album like that, but the album was dope to me. It had so many songs on it. They even had my Uncle Charlie on there. Like, this album is so dope, and it really didn't get the love and the respect that it deserves. But I'm going to play 2 songs off of it, and that to let you know that these guys was definitely a band and they were not playing. And the first song is called This Day, This Minute, Right Now. And I just played the beginning, and y'all going to hear, like, it goes like this. Come on, yo. They came with it off the break. Then it just changed into another song. That's how dope they were. Like, completely dope, man. And then the last song, I live by this song. I love it. I listen to it at least, maybe, I could say like twice a month, because I get into this vibe. And you know, you can't really trust everybody out in this world. But this song, they killed it as usual. And it's called Who Can You Trust? And this is from the Life Aquarium album. Damn it, who can you trust these days? People don't be upfront like they say. Woo! Love that. Man, you know, like, and that's my number 6 pick was Mint Condition. Let me tell y'all, I just gave y'all a list of the greatest bands of all time. You might have a few. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comment box. But mine was, I started with Kool The Gang. Then after that, I went to B.T Express. Then I went to Earth, Wind & Fire. And after Earth, Wind & Fire, I went to, oh, God. Come on, Junior. Think about it. Who the heck did I go to? Oh, God. Dang it. Sly The Family Stone. I went to Sly The Family Stone. I went to the JBs. And then I ended it off with Mint Condition. So it just sucks. And I wish A&Rs and these record labels would find bands that actually has a lead singer that can really sing and bring that to R&B. That's what we missing. Like I said in the beginning, Choice of the Taste of Honey, their song Get Down, Boogie, Oogie, Oogie, and she was playing that, and she messed up, and they left it in the song, and we still grew to it to this day. Like, this is what we missing. A lot of these videos that I do, I tell y'all, we're missing the feeling, and all these songs that I just played has a feeling, and I love it, and that's what we're missing. So A&Rs, record labels, go back and get these bands and that has lead singers, but people that play these instruments instead of, it got to be everything computerized. That's why we're losing the flavor and the feeling of music. So y'all, please, can we get some bands coming back? Please, please. So, gave y'all my bands. I'm definitely going to now give y'all a medley to go out on, you know, some of these 80s bands. And I'm going to start with, if I'm doing bands and I couldn't talk about Parliament and George Clinton, I would have been out of my mind. So, it goes like this, y'all. Up in the streets, New Acre beats, the dog catcher. This is one of my favorite 80s groups of all time, and I talk about them a lot, and I talk about them a lot on Twitter and all that, and it is the SOS Band with So Good to Me. Woo! Woo! And I couldn't talk about a group if I wanted to talk about Frankie Beverly and Maze. And this song actually makes me think of my brother Sincere song. Yeah, bro, I had to shout you out on this one. But this song right here. I can't get off my you. Woo! You see them playing their own instruments? You see how good that sounds? And I'm going to end this video on with Raw Silk. I love this song. I talked about it. I love it to death. And we're going to go out to this song because you just got to do everything to the music. And hopefully we can get some good music so we can have it sounding good so this generation don't got to be lost like a lot of them are. And it goes like this. Woo! Hey, 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 hey. Woo! Peace out, y'all. Hey, keep on grooving, y'all. I'm out. Peace.